Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Last time, we went ahead and we did a couple of extra little things here in Clocktown. We played the Honey and Darling game and we got ourselves another piece of heart. And now we're here in Dawn of the First Day, and I did a little bit of preparations here before we make our way to our next area. I went ahead and I traded around some title deeds to get us the Swamp title deed. I went ahead and got myself a bunch of extra stuff here for inventory, mainly just to fill up all of our collectibles that we will be using. And that's pretty much it, because in today's video, we're going to start making our way to our next major area here, which is Snowhead. So we're going to make our way over here to the north section. We talk to this guy. He tells us right here, the mountains of Snowhead lie this way. And that's exactly where we need to go. So, let's go ahead and start making our way over to this location. Now, one thing that is very nice about this section, if you're low on money, is that out here, we got ourselves some Dodongos. And we already know how to fight these guys very effectively. If we have bombs, just chuck them. Bombs will hurt Dodongos no matter where they are being thrown. We could try to attack this guy's tail, or we just take the safe route and just throw 6 bombs at the guy. That works too. Wait from the blow up, and he drops a 50 rupee. That's very nice. Over here on the wall, looks like we have ourselves a soft mockery of time. This is the Prelude of Light, which would warp us to the Temple of Time. Playing it gives me 3 rupees. Well, good to know. Ocarina of Time is not really worth that much in Majora's Mask's opinion. That's pretty low. I'm going to go ahead and fight this Dodongo over here real quick before we make our way over to Snowhead, because as you can see, this is a little baby Dodongo, even though Tattle doesn't really specify a difference. So, mainly the difference between a big-sized Dodongo and a little-sized Dodongo is their health, because this thing died in 2 bombs, where the other one's 6, and it also dropped a red rupee, so they're not worth nearly as much. And that's a little disappointing, but at the same time, it's a little baby. Not really expecting much from it. So now we want to make our way up this hill, because this will take us over to our next area in the game, Snowhead. But coming up here, we see a little bit of a roadblock. We can't just walk through this ice, because if we try, we get frozen solid on contact. So we can't just go right through this. But notice up above, we have ourselves an interesting little thing here hanging from the ceiling. Up here, take a look at this. I bet if you had a weapon that was strong enough, one shot from it could pierce right through this. Well, it might take 2 shots. Which one is it? 1 or 2, Tattle? Well, it looks like the answer's 2. You need the bow in order to shoot down that icicle, and if you do so, then the path is open. So now we can make our way into Snowhead itself. But you also need more than just the bow here, though, because we're gonna go a little bit further up this area, and we're gonna notice another roadblock. This is no good. If we could just blast these snowballs out of the way, we could get through. Blast, you say? Oh, I have the item just for you. So we also need bombs to enter this area too, because nothing else in our arsenal would be able to destroy these snowballs right now, just explosives. Luckily for us, we have ourselves the big bomb bag, which is more than enough to get through here. But we also have ourselves a new enemy, the blue Tektite. We can use the Z target and fall around as it bounces. And another thing to note about these guys is that in Ocarina of Time, you would find these Tektites in water. Here in Majora's Mask, on the other hand, we're finding these things out in the Arctic, so their habitat really changes between Hyrule and Termina. Mountain village ahead. Beware of blizzards and deep snow. Goron should be able to break through the snow boulders easily. Unfortunately for humans, on the other hand, not so much. We kind of need to blow them up. But since now we did blow them up, welcome to Mountain Village. Pretty chilly up here, don't you say? Kinda wish we brought a coat. I mean, look, even that Goron's freezing over there. What's going on with him? Let's go check it out. Whoa! Up here! Up here! I'm sorry to bother you from such a high place, but I am very hungry. I've gotten stuck here. I don't know what you expect me to do. I don't have food. Oh, it is so cold. I'm so very hungry. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I just want to eat once more before I die up here. Something tough and hard to chew. I cannot forget that flavor. Well, I don't know what exactly you want, but we'll remember that for later. Something tells me maybe later on we can help you. Here we got ourselves an owl statue, so let's go ahead and activate it. Now we have a warp point back to this area. And here, I'm gonna go ahead and break down these snow boulder. I was gonna say snow boulder. That's the snow boulder. Oh, this is like little snowball. Break these open for a different set of items. You got yourself bombs, arrows, and a fairy, which is nice because I did take some damage on the way up here. Over here, we got ourselves another sign. If we check this out, deep water, Gorons beware. Gorons who can't swim shouldn't play near here. Yeah, that does look kind of deep. So even as a human, we don't want to fall in there. We can get out if we want to just go in there now, but I don't know why we would. There's no reason to, so let's not. Goron village ahead. Beware of the white woofos. Ah. Interesting. We already got a glimpse of the woofos by playing one of our archery games. We haven't actually seen one in person yet, though, because every time we're in an area that has a woofos, it's not the right time for them yet, because they only really appear at night in a lot of areas. But here, we got ourselves the white woofos just appearing during the day. Lure it in and watch its movement. It doesn't like its tail to be touched. So there's not much of a difference between standard woofos and white woofos. White woofos are supposed to be more durable and have more health, but 2 hits with the Kokiri sword on their tail will kill them. Looks like we got Tingle in this area, so let's go ahead and shoot him down and see what maps he has. Lucky there's snow here. I feel like that's gonna really help your fall this time around, sir. So let's see your map selection here. We already know one map he's gonna have is for this area, Snowhead, which we already own. The second map is for Darmani Ranch. We also own this. Well then, I guess you have nothing good for me. A little catchphrase, because we're not giving you any money today, because you don't have anything that we don't already own. I'm sorry, buddy, I can't do business with someone who has no new items. So let's just go ahead and make our way over to the Goron village, which should be over here. And it is. Here we are at the Goron village. This one up here is freezing, so let's talk to this guy. Maybe we can help him warm up? This doesn't seem like the right climate, dude. It's cold? You don't say. Being the gatekeeper in this cold is hard. Do you want to enter the Goron shrine? Sure thing. And I'll open the door with a Goron pound. I'm going to close it right away so it doesn't get cold inside. So hurry up and get in. Are you ready? The door's already open. I'm gonna close it right away, so hurry up. I think that's just right below us. That's what it looked like. Oh, indeed it is. And then this just tells me it's the Goron Shrine, which we already did the gatekeeper thing, so a little ahead of you there, game. So this is it, the Goron Shrine. It does seem warmer in here, but it's a lot more noisy. Whose kid is this? Why won't they stop crying? And why are they so loud? I wish someone would do something. I can feel it pounding in the back of my head. Same. You look like you're doing fine despite all the noise. I can feel it in my gut. It's echoing my empty stomach. Yeah, really, this kid's crying is carrying for miles. Like, I don't even know where the kid is, and I can easily hear it at the front door. Kind of surprised we didn't hear this before we entered the Goron Shrine, because this is a very loud cry. This is the room of the Goron tribe's elder. You have some kind of business with the elder? Unfortunately, he's out. Since the elder is gone, his son won't stop crying. I wish someone would do something. I can imagine why. You guys are really able to put up with a lot. I can feel it pounding the back of my head. It seems everyone here has a headache from this kid. We're at our wits' end. The elder went to Snowhead, doesn't seem to be coming back. Now his son is so lonely that he won't stop crying. Keeps getting colder outside, and inside we're so cold we could freeze. Alright, what's the kid have to say then? Daddy! Daddy! I'm cold, Daddy! Oh great, he's starting again. I guess I'm gonna have to leave you Gorons here to deal with this issue, because I don't know how to stop it. If I could, I would. I'm wearing the bunny hood, so these extra ears of mine are even hurting too. The loud cry. The store is having trouble getting product because of the cold. Things are kind of expensive now, so you shouldn't shop here. Wow, what an advertisement. Come to the Goron shop, where our prices are outrageous and you should just go somewhere else. Out there doing a great job. Oh, this is a rare sight. Welcome. So what do you got here? We got 10 bombs for 40 rupees, 10 arrows for 40, and a red potion for 80 rupees. Yeah, a little expensive. I can get this way cheaper elsewhere, man. Holy crap. It might be tough to have made it through the cold dressed in just that outfit. Yeah, I'd say so, because I'm wearing a skirt, technically, no pants. So that's already kind of a negative here. So yeah, just like the Goron said here outside the shop, everything's kind of expensive, so maybe don't shop there right now. You can get goods elsewhere, which is way more recommended, obviously, in terms of pricing. So we'll just keep that in the back of our head. Maybe the prices will get cheaper later, who knows. But for now, yeah, not so much. They're a little expensive. Well, this is just a rare sight. We got a Deku out here in the cold. That's weird. Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing business with a focus on Goron clientele. I'm sorry, but I can't do business with you and you're not a Goron. It's a regulation of the Business Scrub Association. It can't be helped. It hurts, I know. Well, I guess I won't know what you're selling. Now, at this point, you could try to trade him the Swamp Title Deed here, but I recommend against trading away your deed just yet. Just wait until you can talk to this guy later on, and it'll be worth it. Trust me on that. But for now, we'll just remember that Scrub is there because we can trade him a deed, but we don't want to do that right now. We check this sign here. We got a Lone Peak Shrine ahead. Watch your step. It's a long way down. Yeah, no kidding. But where's the floor? How do I get over there? There's no floor. I can't fly. But maybe you can. Can you get me over there, Mr. Owl? Let's see. Woohoo! We meet again, fairy child. And my stone statue's been a help? Well, it seems you may have the strength to change the fate of this land as I expected. But the road ahead is even more challenging. Many trials await you. Please, watch over these Gorons around you. Their land is doomed to be smothered in snow and ice forever. It will become a land where no living thing can survive. Without courage and determination, you surely will collapse from this extreme conditions. But if that courage and determination burns right within you, then that's another story. So will you proceed? Yes, we will. Woohoo! You are a child of many strengths. Well, perhaps you do have enough strength to change the fate of this mountain after all. I shall take you to the air now, flying towards that shrine across the way. So follow behind me. Do not be daunted by appearances. Instead, let your feelings guide you, and the true path shall open before you. Are you ready? Follow behind me. So this owl can't fly us over to the shrine. I guess we're a little too heavy for him to carry, but instead, to make up for it, he's gonna fly over a very specific path to lead us there. Because as you see, where the feathers are, we can stand here. That is because there are invisible platforms here across this pit. Following the trail of feathers will get us over to the shrine. Woohoo! I have certainly been assured of your courage and determination. From here on, you must not be fooled by appearances. You must rely on your feelings. Now, enter the shrine. Something that will aid you in your quest lies within. Use that item when returning from here. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's see what lies inside this shrine, then. Inside this golden chest, we already know it's important because of the chest type, is a new item. We got ourselves the Lens of Truth. Gaze through it to see mysteries that are invisible to the naked eye. Set it to C to use it. Seeing the truth drains magic power, so tap C again to stop looking and using up magic. So this is a new item, returning from Ocarina of Time, the Lens of Truth. As that description said, we can see hidden things. So right here in front of us, there's a treasure chest. If we take off the lens, we can't see anymore. Notice how there was also a shadow there too. If we look up, it's a Skulltula that is out of view. We can still attack enemies and even interact with treasure chests that are invisible, but you just can't see it without using the lens. Inside this invisible chest is a 20 rupee. So that's nice, but more importantly, blow up this boulder here specifically. There's a couple of boulders here in this room, but these other boulders don't have anything underneath them. This, however, has a chest, and inside is 50 rupees. This chest out of the two money chests in here I find are way more important. Simply just because 50 rupees much better than 20 rupees. And just to prove that these other boulders don't have anything underneath them, yeah, nothing, even with the lens. One thing to note though is that, as you see, we can use magic power here when we don't have the Lens of Truth equipped. As soon as we put it on, notice how my quick spin doesn't have that magic power anymore. You can't use the Lens of Truth with other magic items, as since the Lens of Truth uses magic, you need to use the Lens of Truth only. If you want to use something else that has magic, you have to take off the Lens of Truth. This is the only caveat to this item, and it doesn't make it the most useful item in the game, if you want to be honest. It's very situational to me. But in those situations where you do need to use it, it is very helpful. But on future playthroughs, when you start memorizing things, maybe not as useful. Can it be? Are you able to see me? If you truly can see me, then follow behind me. So this invisible Goron here looks like he could be a ghost. He's trying to lead us somewhere, and we don't know exactly where, so let's just go ahead and follow him. Now we can see his shadow moving around here, so luckily, if we didn't have enough magic power, we can see exactly where this ghost is, but I do recommend still having your Lens of Truth equipped for this section, making things a little bit easier here on you. That way you don't lose track of this guy as easily, because you can always just turn on the Lens of Truth to get an idea where he is, and also target him if you just want to keep the camera locked onto this ghost. But for now, I'm going to just turn off the Lens of Truth, as I don't really need it here. It's very easy to figure out where this guy's going just from his shadow. But right before we get to a loading zone, I will turn it on, because once we get to a loading zone, then this ghost is going to fly through it, and then we have to follow behind him. Going to the next section, now we can see that same shadow from before in front of us. As soon as we put on the Lens of Truth, well, for one, we can see a squished white Wolfos there. It's a little bit weird looking. But more importantly, we can see our ghost friend start moving. So in order to activate his path, we do need to use the Lens of Truth here. So we're just going to go ahead and follow him back around this mountain. And looks like he's taking us back over to the mountain village area. Going to be very careful here not to get hit by that Tektite. Could have got the heart, but really I don't need it with 9 hearts. At this point, I'm pretty comfortable with my health. Looks like this is the end of the line, so now he's going over to the next loading zone, so we can go ahead and follow. And here's that shadow once again, just waiting for us. Lens of Truth. We see your ghost friend, and now he's flying over to this water area. So, before going over here, I want to showcase something. You may have got a glimpse of it here. Notice that wall doesn't have anything on it, but as soon as we put on the Lens of Truth, now we see a bunch of different ladders here. And the ghost is going up, so we have to climb that mountain. Pay attention to this path, though. This is the best time to do this, because that is invisible. So once you get over to the mountain, you're going to need to use your Lens of Truth. And because of that, it's best to memorize this path now. So, the path to climb up here is from the very bottom of the ladder. As soon as we get to a fork in the road, then we want to climb right. Once we see the next section here we can climb up, we go up here. Once we climb high enough to get to another fork in the road, Then we want to make a left. So right here, we want to go ahead and go left a bit, start climbing up. And then one more time when we see another fork in the road, as soon as we get to go left or right here, we want to go right. Doing so, we'll get to the very top here of the mountain. There we go. Nice and comfy. Looks like the ghost is leading us into another area here, but before we follow him, I want to talk to this Goron real quick. This is the grave where our Goron hero rests. I came here to put up the great hero's memorial, but the return route has been blocked by snow, and I can't get back to Goron village. And even worse, my brother has been frozen solid from the cold. The way things are looking, I'll be frozen too. Oh, it's times like this that make me wish I had taken some of the hot spring water I found when I was digging the hero's grave. But the hot spring is now covered by the gravestone. I can't move a gravestone that big by myself. But I guess that is what's meant to be by the Goron saying, there is no use in crying over split rocks. Ugh. Interesting. So this area the ghost went is a grave. So now you're kind of piecing it together at this point. This ghost here, well, he was leading us to his grave site. So let's go ahead and talk to him now that he's ready to talk. The story once said that one who could see me would be arriving soon. It seems that it turned out to be true. I am Darmani the Third. The blood of proud Goron heroes runs in me. This feels strange for me to say, but when I was alive, I was a renowned warrior and veteran. Yes, when I was alive. But alas, I am now dead. I was fine until I marched up the Snowhead by myself, hoping that I could drive off a demon. It had been wreaking havoc on Goron village. Then, the blizzard at Snowhead blew me into the valley. And now, here I am. How infuriating. As I am, I can only watch as Goron village is slowly buried in ice. I may have died, but I cannot rest. So, you can use magic? The story one also told me that you were able to use it. I beg you, bring me back to life with your magic. If it's beyond your power, then I beg of you to do this for me instead. Heal my sorrows. Any way that you can do it will suffice. Please, hear my sorrows. Heal your sorrows, you say? Luckily for you, we know the song that will do just that. What a soothing melody. My sorrows are melting away into the song. I leave my undying feelings with you. The deeds I accomplished while living are carved on my grave. You should read it. With that touching sentiment out of the way, we have now got ourselves the Goron mask. This mask contains the spirit of a proud Goron hero. Wear this mask with C to inhabit the body of a Goron. Press the C button again to return to normal. For the Goron village, I have asked your assistance. We will definitely be helping out the Gorons here in the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we'll be using our newly acquired Goron mask and doing what we can to help out the Goron village. I'll see you guys next time.